Hi everyone, this is Courtney Mulvaney with the Career Development Center. In Career Identity, we help you look at different options and you do a lot of research on trying to figure out what major and what career might be a good fit for you. And you might feel a little overwhelmed and think, I wish I could just talk to someone who's doing these jobs, or I wish I could just talk to someone who majored in X, Y, or Z. Well, today that's what I'm going to teach you how to do. We're going to learn today how to find someone, ask for, and conduct an informational interview. And an informational interview is just a fancy way of saying talking to someone, asking them your questions, and learning about a particular career path. So as you can see, I currently have a website up called LinkedIn. LinkedIn is how we're going to find someone who is good for you to talk to. So if you don't have a LinkedIn account, they're free. Go ahead and make one and get your account all set up. For help making a great LinkedIn profile, you can visit the Career Center's website and enroll in the PAC Pros Moodle site. That's going to give you short video content on how to write resumes, cover letters, be successful at career fairs, but also how to make a great LinkedIn page. Once you have your LinkedIn page ready to go ahead and start on the home page. And what you're going to do is in the search bar, type in North Carolina State University. So we're looking for the school page. It's important to go to the school page for the university and not one of the group pages. There are lots of great groups and organizations that you can follow on LinkedIn, but for this, we want the school page. When you do get to the school page, you'll be able to follow NC State, which I highly recommend, and that'll help you keep up to date on the different research, news, and happenings at NC State. However, for informational interviews, we're interested in this alumni button right here. When we click the alumni button, we now have access to a group of over 193 Wolfpack alumni. This is great because Wolfpack community members are more likely to say yes to your request to speak with them than if you were just going to cold contact someone else on LinkedIn that you didn't have a previous connection with. But since you're both part of the Wolfpack community, you have a great connection to get your foot in the door. So let's say I'm interested in social psychology. I'm going to type social psychology into the search bar. Doing this is going to give me 4,000 alumni that somewhere in their profile, they have the keywords social and psychology. You can filter your results more by location or company if you'd like, but I usually like to start off fresh with just no filters. So I can look here to see, is there someone that maybe I'm interested in talking to? If you're thinking of going for a PhD, you may want to talk to a PhD candidate because they're in the middle of trying to get theirs. But maybe we're interested in someone who's a school social worker. Let's look at this particular person. So it's important to read someone's profile before you reach out to them. You want to try and see, is this a person a good match for me or not? So first, read their about section. Take the time to look at their experience. This can also be a great time for you to look and see what did their career trajectory look like. Oftentimes, you'll see that someone who started out as a school social worker actually ended up being in private practice with IBM for a while. So you never know what kind of career path people take, and this can be a great way to get ideas of what your future might look like as well. It's always good to look at all of their experiences, where they got their education, so you can see they have some different history there, their skills, recommendations from people who've worked with them, accomplishments, and the interests that they follow. This can be a great way to see if you have other things in common as well. So once you've looked at this person's profile and decided, you know what, yeah, I do want to talk to this person. They seem like someone who could be a good fit for my future career and something I might want to be doing. You click the connect button. Now it's very important, if you don't see the connect button here, it may be hidden in this more drop-down list, but we do see it here. So we're going to click connect. When you click connect, this is the most important thing. Always add a note. When you add a note, you're letting the person know why you're reaching out to them, and this is where you ask for the informational interview. So what I might say is, hi Samira, my name's Courtney and I'm a student at NC State University. I'm reaching out to you as an alumni because I'm interested in a career in social work. I'd love if you had a few minutes to share with me to talk about your career. Thank you. And then you can send your connection request. This lets your person know why you're contacting them, what you have in common, and what you're hoping to gain. It's good to send out several of these requests because some will get ignored, some people may not have time and say no, but eventually you will get yeses. And just with any good research, you want to have multiple data points. So it's always good to complete multiple informational interviews. This is a great way also to create your network and to start networking with potential employers. Because once you have a connection within a company, that eventually may turn into some additional resources for you. So now let's say you've gotten your first yes. How do you prepare and conduct a great informational interview? I like to Google 200 informational interview questions. And there's a great document that comes up when you Google this. So when you look, here's some great ones. Now, I have two rules when it comes to conducting an informational interview. The first rule is you are not asking for jobs or internships at this interview. You are only asking the person for 15 to 30 minutes of their time to talk about their career. It's not about trying to get something besides information. Though oftentimes if you make a good impression, an informational interview can turn into an additional opportunity later. The other rule is don't ask them anything that you can Google the answer to. It's so easy to get stuck into this idea of, so what's your job title? What do you do? That's not the best way to conduct an interview. You want to show them that you're well prepared and that you have a list of really meaningful questions. So something like, what is a typical day like for you? What kind of decisions do you make? What's your favorite thing about working for this company or about this job? What's the most challenging thing you face? Look at the list of questions and decide which are the most important ones to help you decide if this is the right career for you. And that can be a great way to put together your list of questions. I also like to prioritize. So I have questions that I absolutely feel like I really need the answer to, some that would be nice to know if I have time, and then I have some that are just kind of filler questions if we end up having extra time. But generally speaking, when you start an informational interview with someone, it's going to flow like a regular conversation. It's a great chance to practice networking, but also this person knows that you're a student and they know that you're there to learn. So it can be a lot easier to approach someone with that kind of mindset. I hope this has been helpful. I know that informational interviews were one of the best things to help me figure out what the right career path was for myself, and that students that I've taught in the past also really benefit from doing these. There's no better way to learn about a career than asking someone who literally does it every day. Good luck doing your research, and I hope this is helpful.